Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using several different types of papers. I do think there are some crepe paper in there, maybe a little Echo Park. I can see some Pink Fresh Studio Vellum coming up on here as well. Here I do show you this one right there was jelly bean soup. That's going to serve as my background. How beautiful is that? This is fabulous. This is another one of the layouts that are from the vault. This video I actually did in June 2017, and I just kind of put it to the side because I needed to do journaling. Now yesterday I did sit down and did a lot of journaling on the back. Excuse me, I did a lot of journaling on the back, even though the back side of that pink paper is all sorts of cameras. If you want to read the journaling, you have to look at it and actually try to read it, because I just journaled all over all of those cameras that are on the back of that paper. And the reason I did that is because the finished layout did not really leave me a lot of room for journaling. I had a lot to say about this. The photos I'm going to be scrapbooking are photos from Jim's mom's memorial service. She did pass away in 2017, and he pretty much coordinated her service, and it's beautiful. I did not get to go, and I know that sounds really bad that I did not get to go to his mom's memorial service. It's just the way life happens sometimes. I did not get to go. But he did send me all these photos from it, and he did a fabulous job. It is so beautiful. Now, I was with him when we had picked out some of the bits and pieces, like her urn. Now, the urn that he chose, you can see it right there on that photo. It had room for a picture to slide in. I didn't pick that. The one I picked ended up being, they don't price them. They don't have prices on them. But as per usual, when I pick something out, it was the most expensive one, and I said, I like that one. And then the guy pulls it down and says how much it was, and Jim's like, because that's how it is. That's how it always is with me. If I have to pick something without a price tag on it, it's always the high-end one. I don't know why. I don't do it on purpose. It's just the one that appeals to me the most. So I did not pick that one out. I think it's great. Hopefully she was cremated, obviously, if she's in this little urn like that. We just went to Washington, D.C. in April to inter her, so she was had been passed away for a year before we were able to inter her, and that's just because of the schedule of Arlington. Jim's dad was retired Air Force, so he was interred there, and so of course she's going to be with him, and then we just had to wait for the schedules to open up. So that's what we did. Anyway, it sounds bad that she had passed away a year ago and we just interred her, but it's not bad. It's just the way it is. Her ashes stayed at his sister's house for the time. Okay, anyways, you can see I cut that floral paper kind of on the diagonal. I'm going to go ahead and put my photos over the top. Now that one with the urn in it and the floral up close, that's going to be popped up on some foam tape. I did layer up some blue paper and also a piece of that Pink Fresh Studio Vellum over there on the right hand side of that diagonal. That's where it's going to stay. The one photo that I'm popping up on foam tape right here, I did back in the same blue that I lined over there on the left hand side, and then the photo of all the floral pieces that Jim had picked out, though that photo is matted with some of that vellum. It's really pretty. Up there in the right hand corner, I'm kind of going to do the same thing that I did down there. It's the blue piece, a piece of the vellum, but then that flower I had kind of fussy cut it out. It is going to sit there as well. Right here I'm just off screen cutting it down a little bit because, you know, went over the edge, of course. So just trimming it down. So yeah, I think that the reason I put this in the vault is because I hadn't done journaling, and I wasn't ready to do it. I don't know, I just wasn't ready to do it. So it did take me a while to get to the journaling part of it. I did fussy cut out some of these other flowers. I tuck one over on the left hand side, and then I'm going to put one a little bit over the photo like that. It is, you know, fussy cut flowers. This one I put down here, it kind of blends into the paper, so you can't really even tell it's there, but it is. Looking at it here, I can tell because I popped an enamel dot underneath it, so it kind of pops up. Right here, I'm just going to spell out Memorial in these thickers. This is a gold glitter thicker. And that's just going to be the title, Memorial. I don't say anything else about it on the front of this page other than May 6th, 2017. That's all I say about it. All right here I am fighting with a doily. It's a piece of a doily. I do get it under there. I'm going to go ahead and put one right here. I am also going to put one at the left-hand side of the left-hand photo. And I'm also going to pop a little piece of one up there in the top left-hand corner underneath that floral piece. I love what this doily does for this layout. I mean, it kind of is fitting, right? His mom was older. I almost said old, and that's not nice, but I mean, come on, she was 82, 84, something like that. She was old. That kind of says doily to me. Doily also says romantic, which this was not, but you know, that's what doilies say to me. Doilies remind me of my grandma. So there you go. Right here, because I had already stuck down the flowers, I kind of have to peel them back up again so I can shove this doily under there. I'm going to have the same fight with the doily up at the top left as well. I really just love those doilies. I think that this was around the time when I first got those doilies, so I was putting them on everything. But as you can see on this layout, it was kind of an afterthought. I don't know what that was about. Did these come in after I started this layout? I'm not really even sure. I can't remember that long ago. It's been over a year. Right there you can see I was wiping the smudges off of my photographs with the sleeve of my robe. And here's where I'm fighting with that one up top. I am off screen for that. I apologize. You can tell with the background that this was quite some time ago. It's when I still had that black mat on my desk, and I would often use that Tim Holtz. What is that called? Like a Teflon craft mat or something? I often would put that behind my layouts just because it was a lighter color than the black. I don't know. It's a pretty good picture. Like when I'm looking at it right now, I don't even know what I was using to record this video at this time. But when I'm looking at it, it's very crisp and clear. I really like it. I might go back to using that craft mat on my desk because I just like the way it looks right here. Okay, so I did pull out some of these enamel dots, and I am going to scatter those around the page a little bit. And I do end up finding this bow, and I don't know where the bow comes from, and I don't know if I show it. But there's this little bow. It's white, and it has these little mint dots on it. I am going to put that on the photo. Here's some Paige Evans stuff I looked through. Didn't like any of it. Don't know what I'm going through at this point. Oh, sequins. Those sequins I put down and then I promptly take them off. I'm like, no, it was too bold. It was like a dark color. I didn't care for that for this layout. Here's some Dear Lizzie stuff. Nope. Gonna try this Heidi Swap flower, which was ridiculous. I don't know why. Put it back on the sheet and passed it by. These bows. I do pull this one out. His mom was a bow person, so I think she would appreciate the bow being there. And it is going to go right there on the left-hand side of the photo. You can see right there I did take off the foam pad that was on the back. It just popped it up too much, in my opinion. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick down an enamel dot kind of underneath it just a little bit. After I do that, I think I am going to be pulling out the Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, and I give that a little bit of a sprinkle around the page, not too much. I'm sitting here looking at this layout in front of me, and it is very subtle. Like if I move the page in front of me, I can see the light reflecting off of it. This is after a year of sitting here, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it was really subtle. It has a really subtle effect. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.